They have failed and will continue to fail. In 1953, the late Sir Abubakar Tafawa, in a speech in the Legislative Council, said, since the amalgamation of the southern and northern provinces in 1914, Nigeria has existed as one country only on paper. It is still far from being united. The country is inhabited by peoples and tribes who speak different languages, who have different religions, different customs and traditions, and entirely different historical backgrounds in their way of life, and who have also attained different stages of development. We do not want our southern neighbors to interfere in our development, but I should like to make it clear to you that if the British quitted Nigeria now at this stage, the northern people would continue their interrupted conquest to the sea.
Hello, good morning, viewers. If you are new to the channel, kindly like, share, subscribe, and please do not forget to hit the notification bell. Mr. Joe, the governor of Plateau State, Mufwang, have totally put Gowon in a feast. This as the governor come out to say that they were deceived to wage war against the Igbos. I'm going to tell you that for what we are seeing, Gowon have no option. Apart from the apology we saw him coming out to apologize in the past, we feel like we are going to see another resounding apology to the Igbos, and ultimately, this may be the last straw that brings coming back, talking about maybe Nigeria taking the decision to say, allow the Igbos to go the same way the Moses told Pharaoh, allow my people to go.
Coming from the governor of Plateau State, you know that Gowon is no longer living in Plateau State. Gowon has run away from Plateau State, and what they're saying is that Gowon actually sold them out to be slaughtered, and of course they didn't know. If they're coming on now, rather too late, the apology can be accepted by Igbo leaders whether they like it or not. But the question is that now they have come to say it very clearly that they are being deceived. Then the question now, it means that Gowon is a deceiver. Then means that what Ojukwu said about Gowon is very correct. Can the international criminal court now, order for Gowon's arrest? Can that be done so that we'll be able to know that yes, that Gowon deliberately, deceived the people of the north, including the Middlebelters that are facing the wrath of conquest now. Well, we I don't know the reason why they told the governor to apologize on behalf of Gowon and Middlebelters. It was an open apology. It was reported everywhere. So what that actually means that Gowon himself have seen very clearly that the Igbo people were not the problem of Nigeria, and have never been the problem. So it's left for us now to take Gowon to court, and this is what Martin Namdekano is talking about. The issue of Gowon facing ICC, facing trial, and the issue of no victor, no vanquished, why Nigerian government have not compensated for the life, for the deceit that actually led to Nigeria Biafra war. So it's very clear that Gowon actually, deliberately, led because he feels that he has international, backup, and that he can go ahead and do the. For me, that apology should be told to the in the ICC, International Criminal Court. Gowon should be taken to ICC.
Record that recently, not just recently, it has always been in the public domain that people have been calling for a referendum in the country. What does this mean for the expected referendum?
Well, we have already done our referendum, and the whole world knows it. And there was a country is enough referendum, and subsequently, we have shown the whole world that in solidarity of the self-determination agenda, Biafrans have proven themselves qualified in all ramifications. We have shown the world. You can see millions and thousands of rallies. Mazina the kind of was able to get the international attention in that regard. We have also seen the issue of a sit at home. You will see that people complied. That is enough. Referendum. They are not talking about the referendum again. What the Biafrans are talking about, which sovereign nation, which country that is a sovereign nation can recognize Biafra as a sovereign nation. That is what everybody is waiting for, and that is why you are seeing, continuous diplomatic push in all ramifications, including United States of America. But the fact is that now that a report is coming that the Christians in the north are already targeting Biafra land, especially Christians from the Middlebelt. There must be a reason why the current governor now of Plateau State, is telling the whole world that Gowon. What it means that that Gowon was a war criminal. He should be investigated. He is a deceiver. He's a demon. And by so doing, he should face the consequences of his criminal act by not telling the whole world the truth of what transpired in Aburi. So Ojukwu was very right. Ojukwu has been right all this while. So they now choose. I think it's out of shame and out of guilty conscience. They now told the governor, please apologize on behalf of Middlebelters, and of course that is the region Gowon actually belongs.
Guys, I mean, ask, should the government concede to, of course, referendum and try to bring what bodies are UN, European Union, even maybe AU and all of them to come and to pretend over a referendum in Nigeria and maybe go and canvass their own opinion to people from Biafra land against voting for the secession? Do you think they can have the numbers to convince people not to vote in favor of Biafra?
Yes, what the requirement is, the United Nations has already granted that standard and that requirement. After assessing one, I think the criteria are very clear. People can go and verify. Biafrans are over 85 million people. We have the geographical space that can make up a country. We have the land, we have the air, we have the sea, we have the manpower. So we are duly qualified, for. But the problem is that United Nations, principles only recognizes self-determination, but the international law backs a sovereign nation to recognize a nation seeking independence. On that note, that nation seeking independence becomes a recognized sovereign nation based that an independent sovereign nation has now officially recognized a nation seeking for self-determination, self-rule, and all that. So by so doing, that will be on that angle. The United Nations can now add. But I think Biafra has met all the requirements.
I ask this question specifically because recently we have seen somebody from Biafra land, a Biafran, who have come out to stir the water, demanding that Anena Dekalo should be executed for peace to reign in the Southeast. Now the question is, if somebody from Biafra land, an Igbo man, could come up with this position, does it not mean that if government is to come and convert the opinion to convince the Biafrans why they should vote against Biafra in a referendum, that means they have the numbers? Of
course, there's no number. Martin Namdekalo controls 95% loyalty, both in South and Southeast currently now. Yes, they said among 12 there must be Judas. So the 11 is still the majority. So we are still in charge. But let me just tell you, his opinion is not far from that opinion of the federal government, of the Northerners, and some elements from the South. His opinion is not, I didn't feel bad because that's a position of the federal government ab initio, but God has been protecting Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. Anybody that's telling you that Mazin Nnamdi Kanu should be removed from the surface of the earth and that the peace will return, okay, you are just wasting your time.
But if I may ask, that assertion of the man, did it come to you with a surprise?
And that's what I'm saying. That's why I said, there is among 12, there will be Judas, and you can see the Judas.
No, I mean the information coming from the Judah. I mean the position of the Judah. At the first instance, were you surprised to see a Biafra speaking in that manner?
No, I wasn't surprised. Why will I be surprised? And that's what I said, that among 12, there must be Judas. That's what I said before. And that what the guy is saying is the position of the federal government on Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. It's also position of some Southeast governors on Mazin Nnamdi Kanu.
Now, let me go ask you this question. Remember that federal government of Nigeria filed a cross appeal before the appellate court, seeking to have the court convicting Mazin Nnamdi Kanu to death. But from the record on ground, that the court turned down that request because, according to them, that perhaps the government did not convert that position ab initio. What's your reaction to the court ruling in favor of Nnamdi Kanu in that regard?
No, let me just tell you, what they are trying to do is to create an impression of conviction on what Mazin Nnamdi Kanu stand. Remember that they have placed Mazin Nnamdi Kanu on certain, bribe, which he rejected. And when they came up with that cross appeal, what is the meaning of a cross appeal? Cross appeal means that replace Omotosho's judgment with death sentence. That's what they mean. For my own interpretation, that's what they mean. But at what point did that actually come up? It came up when Mazin Nnamdi Kanu have rejected another fresh offer based on what the British government are trying to do and what the American government are trying to do to advise Bola Ahmed Tinubu on the policies that can trigger sustainability in terms of Nigerian government. One of those advices given by the British government is the regional policy, regionalism, or whatever you want to call it. America rally more came with the state police, So on that note, they now offered Mazin Nnamdi Kanu to be signatory to it. Mazin Nnamdi Kanu rejected that. Then they threatened with death sentence. Mazin Kanu said, "Go to hell." Then they also come again and started buying, some elements within the structures of Igbos to start making mockery of themselves. For somebody who is in the prison, who has never come out to tell their own story, but that will not deter us. After all, Ojukutu was also betrayed, but you can see that majority stand for Mazi Nnamdi Okuchukwu Kanu, the supreme leader of indigenous people of Biafra.
Okay, now what do you have to say regarding the controversy surrounding the leadership of IPOB movement globally? Seeing that even the persons Nnamdi Kanu initially said they should head the organization, is being rejected by IPOB hierarchy. What is your take?
Let me just tell you, everybody signed the code of conduct, and they are just looking for. It's just like they're not looking for something to hold on. IPOB is already an institution. Even before they came in, the likes of those, I don't want to call them names. I don't want to give them any credit because they are not worth it. But
they say Chikodozia is holding a strategic position, even while Nnamdi Kanu was leading from the front.
What is his position? Is he the first person that was appointed in that direction? What has he achieved for 6 years? Apart from gossip. What has he achieved? Tell me what are you? They send you make content talk about. I said, tell me one thing where the man have just mention one thing has achieved.
So I'm only reporting the way it's been
6 years
asserted.
Enough for you to show, okay, I did this, I did that. At least you must go. Or you go and form your own IPOB. Then gather people like Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. You are the one that is claiming it's limited. Is that Oh, you know that it's limited and you signed and entered. Okay? Let me just tell you, what they have collected is temporary. What Mazi Nnamdi Kanu stands for, you know, bro, if we look at those people, they're always bringing materialism to something that is spiritual, freedom of your people. You are bringing materialism. Well, that is your opinion, you know. Jesus Christ, the God of Biafra, will have a way to navigate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to freedom. That is what I believe. And on that note, for them, for me, they do not matter to me. Until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu come out and said, this is the way, or this is that's the direction. Bros, they cannot do what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have done. So that's why, you know, a lot of them, you know, nobody's giving them relevance, and they cannot control anything because you knew that this thing is like this, and you entered. All of a sudden, you started scheming like Jonathan. You want to take over power from behind. It cannot work. You understand? Stop. Since they have sacked you, go and form yourself. People, they enter church self, will follow pastor, form church. After they come out from there, go form their own church. You know, come talk, say, now my church with this, I don't go agree. Now all of us run together. They should exit because they have existed already. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be free and a lot will be discussed.